you my go-to fall makeup look. All year round, I'm obsessed with warm toned red, orange eyeshadow, anything in that kind of range. And now that I'm in fall, I really can express my true love for it. If you're interested in seeing how I achieve this look, then just continue on watching. First, I'm going to prime my skin with the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. For foundation, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. I realize I've been using this a lot in my videos. However, I also really love the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. I would use this in today's video, but it is slightly too dark for me right now because I am extremely pale. So I recently picked up a new foundation brush. This is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I heard Kathleen Lights talk about it and she raved about it. Personally, I'm not a fan of using buffing brushes to buff in my foundation. I like the Beauty Blender or the Real Techniques Beauty Blender. However, I'm going to give this a go and see how I like it. So I actually did like how it blended out my foundation, but I'm going to go back in with the Real Techniques sponge just to blend it out a little further to make sure that everything is really nicely even across my skin and presses into my skin. For concealer, I'm going to go in with a brand new one. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. So at the moment, I have a little area in the corner of my eye that will not take product. I've never really had this happen before, so if you see it looks a little weird, that's why. So I'm just going to go in with some Kat Von D Lock and Cream Concealer in Whiteout to just further highlight my face. I'm actually also going to take a bit of the white concealer right underneath where I'd contour. Just going to set my concealer with the RCMA No Color Powder. Going to contour with my Sephora Contour Powder in Tranquil. I'm going to bronze up my skin using my Tarte Park Princess Avenue bronzer. So if I ever feel like my bronzer and contour got a little intense, I just take the sponge that I use for my concealer and foundation and I just tap on top of it. And this kind of diffuses the color if it got a little too intense. Honestly though, the most important part when I contour and bronze my face is to bake right underneath that line, because you don't want your bronzer or contour to go too low because that drains down your face, which is the opposite to what you want to do when you're bronzing. Probably use a little too much powder on this side of my face, but that's okay. I'm going to let this bake on my face for a little bit, and I'm going to go in with my blush. Now, this is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Blush. This was released a few months ago, but then they pulled it out of the line because I guess there were some issues with it. I don't know exactly what, but I remember hearing that the pans are moving and there were some issues with the formula. However, my friend found this for me at TJ Maxx in the States. I don't really have an issue with it. I think these colors are really pretty, especially the peach. They're not overly pigmented, but I don't want anything that is overly pigmented when I'm using a blush. So I went ahead and wiped away the baking that I had going on underneath my bronzer and contour. Now I'm going to go in with the MAC Fix Plus, spray this on my face so that it takes away the powdery look and also prepares it for the highlighter I'm going to be putting on. I'm going to go into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit and go into the Crushed Pearl shade. I actually like to take my sponge and press it over top the highlighter. I saw Jaclyn Hill do this in one of her videos, and I don't know, it makes your highlight look a little bit more natural, like it's actually coming out of your skin and not sitting on top of your skin. So my face is done, and I'm going to move on to my eyes, which is the focus of this video. So this area in the corner of my eye that is not taking any color is really rattling me right now. I'm just going to move on from this situation and prime my eyes with the Smashbox primer. This is the 24-hour Photo Finish shadow primer. I'm just going to set my primer with a lighter eyeshadow. So to achieve my go-to fall eyeshadow look, I use 2 separate palettes and 1 single eyeshadow. The first is the Manny MUA and Makeup Geek palette. Then I have the Modern Renaissance by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And then I have Sienna by Anastasia Beverly Hills. For my transition shade, I'm going to first go into the Manny MUA palette and go into Beaches and Cream, which is the shade right at the top. For my crease shade, I'm going to mix Sora and Frappe together. So I'm going to concentrate this color directly in the crease and then slowly build up the intensity so that it kind of has a gradient effect. I'm just going to go back in with my MAC 224 brush so I can blend that out so there's no harsh lines. I'm going to jump in now with my Modern Renaissance palette. Now this is really optional, like I don't 100% need to do this. It doesn't complete the look and change it dramatically, but it's just something that I like to do. I one time saw Manny say that he went into Golden Ochre to blend out further the 2 transition shades of Sora and Frappe, and I actually really like how it looks. Golden Ochre, it's kind of like how its name describes. Golden Ochre is like a little bit of a taupey golden color, is how I would explain it. So I'm just going to sweep this over the transition shade. Can you see this little thing underneath my eye? Do you see how large and in charge this spot is that will not take product? Ugh. I'm just going to go in with, once again, that lightest shade called Tempera and place it on the center of the lid. This is going to be an entirely matte look. There's going to be no shimmer, so I just want to brighten this area that has no color, just so it is a little more obvious and looks a little more cleaner. Now I'm going to go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Sienna. Yes, now could I use one of the very similar reddy brown orange tones that are in the Modern Renaissance palette? Yeah, but nothing's really exactly like this one, and I'm just kind of obsessed with Sienna at the moment, so I'm going to use it. So I went ahead and applied some of the Tempera shade underneath my brow bone, and I took the Vermeer shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette and I put that in my inner corners. However, I did say this was going to be an all matte look, and that is not a matte shadow, but I felt like doing it. I'm just going to go in with some MAC Eye Kohl and Costa Riche. I'm going to curl my eyelashes and apply some of the Benefit Roller Lash. And then off camera, I'm going to apply some lashes. These are the Velour lashes. They're from the Fluff and Thick collection, I believe it's called. These ones are called Fluff and Cool. So the makeup that I have on right now is my go-to fall makeup. However, for the lips, I decided to do something a little different. It's not an everyday lip look, but that's okay. I was inspired by Makeup by Jack on Instagram. He did a kind of rusty red eye with a royal blue lip, so I'm going to do that as well because I thought it was really cool. I'm going to go in with the NYX Liquid Suede. So this is the finished look. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out, aside from the little spot that will not take product. If you did like this video, then I would love if you could like, subscribe, and comment down below.